welcome to another Tuesday tag. Now, if you don't know, which you probably already do, these are brought to us by Tracey over at Trials of Long Hair Girl. And if you've not been over there, go check her out. She does the tag videos too. When she starts them, she answers the questions too. So every week she thinks up something new. This helps us get our mind off the events of the day, get to know a little bit about each other, and we're having fun doing them. As I think she's having a lot of fun coming up with them. So we do appreciate it, and like I said, go check her out. Now this time I was tagged by Denise over at Dish with Deen, and I got in early enough to actually do it on Tuesday, so that's pretty cool. I get to do my Tuesday tag on Tuesday, but I will link both of their channels in my description box, so you go check them out if you hadn't already. Then at the end, I will tag 2 people myself. So these are just random questions. But let's jump right on in. Number 1. What was the last funny video you saw? That was on Facebook, and I shared it this morning. It was on a friend of mine's page. It was hilarious. It's this British dude. He's making these very awkward phone calls, and he's in stores, and I guess he like sidles up people he sees shopping by themselves. And the video is shot where you can see his face, but you can see them behind him while he's making these phone calls. The reactions is what he says is funny, but their reactions is hilarious. Like one, he's talking to whoever he's telling he's got a rash. He goes that it is really itchy and it's spreading and it's contagious. And the girl, she's looking and she hears him. And when he says it's contagious, she just turns around and slowly starts walking away. He talks about the friend's sister's pregnant. Oh, he's the father. Oh my gosh. And don't hurt his child or something. Don't hurt him. But I'll give you $50,000. It's just, you just have to see it. It's hilarious. So that's the one. Number 2. What do you do to get rid of stress? Now that will depend on what that level of stress is. If I'm just aggravated or ill or bothered, then y'all know what I do. I turn Netflix on and I watch Criminal Minds. And it's because it's like a blankie. It's comfort because it's just familiar, and it gets my mind off of whatever it is that's going on. So that is my let's calm down, let's take our mind off things way. Then if I am like really irritated or I really need to blow off some steam, I like to get in my car, crank my music all the way up, and go to QT, get me a fountain Pepsi and a Reese cup. Yes. Now, I get Diet Pepsis unless it's really bad. I go on and get the high test. And I don't get the Reese cups anymore unless I'm really worked up. Then I'll go ahead and get that. I don't care about points or nothing like that. So, those are the 2 things I do. Number 3. Do you have any pets, and what are their names? Y'all know I do. Y'all know I have a bearded dragon, and her name is Flair. And I have been saying I told David the other day, matter of fact. I said, I've been calling her 8 years old. She is 9 years old. I've had her for 8 years, but she's died because the vet thinks she was a year old when I got her. So I also have 2 hermit crabs. At one point I had 10 because the vet, they know that I keep hermit crabs and then I take care of them. So they would rehome them to me if people wanted to surrender their hermit crabs when they get them and find out they don't know how to take care of them, or for whatever reason. The vet is our exotic vet in town, which our little town is so cool that we actually have an exotic vet. I don't have to go to Charlotte. But so I do have those, and that is Sheldon and Leonard. And Sheldon is the very first that I can keep up, because those, other than Mr. Big, who died, He was the really big one. These are big too. Those are the two biggest ones that have always been the two biggest ones. And the other ones that come along were always smaller. So that's how I know that is still Sheldon and still Leonard. Sheldon is the one that Holly got in August of 2011. So I've had that hermit crab this long. Leonard, I got at the pet store shortly after, so he would have a friend. Yep, that's right. So a bearded dragon and two hermit crabs. Number 4. What is your favorite kitchen gadget? Oh gosh, that's a hard one because I like them all. I like them all. I don't know if appliances are considered gadgets. I don't know. Because I love my Instant Pots. I love my air fryer. I love everything I have. I cannot pick one. Don't make me. Who was your best friend in elementary school? Well, I didn't really have a best friend in elementary school. But when we moved here and then about when I got to middle school, I guess, I met the girl down the street. We're in the same grade. Her name was Robin, so she was my best friend from then up, and then we got in school and just kind of, you know, thought we was grown and kind of grew apart. Number 7, what was your favorite book as a child? Well, that would be Dr. Seuss, because I had the whole series, and I wish I still had them. I don't know why I ever got rid of those, but it was a toss-up between two. Two of them were my favorite. Go Dog Go and Are You My Mother? Go Dog Go, I can still see it in my mind's eye. It was almost tore up. I opened and closed that book 400,000 times. I love that book. And I loved Are You My Mother? The one where, when it got to the one that was covered in the multicolored spots, favorite part of that book, hands down. So those are my two. I did like some flying. I think it maybe was the 7th grade. I think the teacher read Island of the Blue Dolphins every day. She would read a little bit more out of that book. I really enjoyed that. I really looked forward to that every day. But as a child, it was the Dr. Seuss. Oh, I missed one. Where is your happy place? My ultimate happy place is in the mountains on a crispy, cool fall day with all the colors of leaves in the trees. Yeah, definitely. I would live there. I've told you before, I would live there if I could. If David could get a job, if they had a terminal up there, I would move. But I kind of want it to be fall all year. I do like the snow. I'd want some wintertime too. Now let's go back to the book genre. What book genres do you like to read? Well, I don't. I got the itchy nose again. Every time I come out here with y'all, I get my nose itching. I don't read like I would like to read. I wish I could make myself read more, but I get sleepy and my attention span jumps from here to there. So I don't like anything that requires a lot of thinking. My phone is ringing. I'm glad that it does not come through. Hold on. There we go. Decline. I didn't know them. So I don't like anything heavy. I like mysteries, but I like humorous mysteries. Like I have a series. I like Southern books. I like Southern humorous mysteries. Is that a genre? I don't know. But I have one called The Southern Sisters Mysteries. Oh my gosh. That author, she died several years back, so there will be no more of those, but they are hilarious. They're hilarious. yeah, I think that's all I was going to say. What did you do on your last vacation? That was, I'll tell you what I did on my last vacation. I got off of my plan. I got off my weight loss plan. I jumped ship on that vacation to the beach. Me and David went to Cherry Grove, which is like North Myrtle Beach area. And that was in September of 2018. Well, I had started Weight Watchers April of 2018. So from April to September, I had lost 38 pounds. I was doing perfect on the whole thing. We went on vacation, and I'm like, whoa, I'm going to eat what I want because I'm on vacation. We go on vacation like every 3 years. Bad mistake. I got off track and I floundered from then until now. I'm just again getting back on track. That's what I've done for, ever since. Get back on, get back off, get back on, get back off. I'm back on right now. But that's what we did. And that was when Hurricane Florence come through and we were evacuated. So we left in the middle of the night because we went to Legends in Concert. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. They have impersonators, celebrity impersonators. And it was so much fun. The one who did Roy Orbison, he was like the best one of the whole group. It was so good. But anyway, they were talking about it coming, and when they evacuate, I started to say evaporate. When they evaporate, and when we turned our phones back on after the show, we were hearing about it. So we went to eat. We wanted something to eat. Surprisingly, Myrtle Beach does not have a lot to eat open in the middle of the night. It was like maybe 1 o'clock or something. I was surprised because I remember back in the day, I think you could find something at any time of day or night. But we were talking to the waitress about it, and obviously she lived there, and she said, don't wait till tomorrow. The next day, she said, don't wait. She said, because when they start evacuating, listen, when they evacuate, she said they will close the inward side of the highway. They'll close it. You'll only be able to go one way out. She said it will be packed. So we went back to the motel. We thought about it. We're like, okay, let's take her at her word. She lives here. She knows. Hurricane Florence. And so we packed up. We dropped our key off. We had to eat that extra night. We had another night coming, but we were not going to take a chance. If they were going to evacuate us anyway, we were going to miss it. So we wanted to get ahead of the crowd. It's a good thing we did. Even in the middle of the night, the gas station was backed up. So we had to wait in line for gas. And this was probably, I'm sorry, but my nose is itching. 4 o'clock in the morning, maybe? We had watched the news. Oh my gosh. Trying to get out of the beach down there was insane. We were so glad we listened to her and got out. So yeah, our last vacation, we lost the day to Hurricane Florence. The last one, number 10. What extracurricular activity did you participate in when you were in high school? Oh gosh, I did everything. Well, everything that was, I did not do sports, and I did not do music or play an instrument, none of that. But I was in all kind of clubs, and one year I was the statistician for the JV girls basketball team. That was fun. Then I worked on the school newspaper, and that's when we had to do the mock-ups and cut the little things and stick them to the board before they can take them to the printer with no computerized nothing. That was a lot of fun because then you had to get them just perfectly straight, because if you didn't, when you printed that paper, you could tell them. But I was the sports editor. Can you believe that? I didn't play sports, but I wrote about sports. And I even, my, oh gosh, giant butterfly. Oh my gosh, it was a giant, beautiful butterfly. Just came up in here. Listen, we are supposed to have migration of monarch, gazillions of monarch butterflies come through, like it said May the 9th. It said they're coming from Mexico, passing right up through us, heading north for the summer. I cannot wait. I will record it if it happens the way that they talk about it. Anyway, where was I? Oh, my senior year, I actually won an award, a journalism award, for an article I wrote about one of our wrestlers. So that was pretty cool. But I did that, and I joined all kind of clubs. I was very active in high school. I loved high school, and I enjoyed everything about it. I'd go back. A lot of people wouldn't, but I would. I'd go back. So that is it. That is all of the random questions, and I will tag Danielle over at Danielle Nichole because, oops, I think she always gives great answers. And Danielle, I think I tagged you in the last one. I can't remember if you did. I know the one I just watched, I don't think was it. You go back. I should have looked before I come on here. You go look at last Tuesday's tag and see didn't I tag you? I think I did. Listen, these days and weeks are just running together, ain't they? And then I'm going to tag B over at B's Journey because I know she likes to do tags too. So those are the two I'm going to tag. Thank you again, Tracey, for doing these, and thank you, Denise, for tagging me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.